we don't have a dearth of data. We have a deluge of data. Okay. So India is one of those phenomenal case studies when data is not unified. One household doesn't have one unified way of looking at data. I have multiple phone numbers. I operate across 2 different email addresses. I have multiple addresses linked to me. Sometimes I'm buying for myself, I'm buying for others. Let's say my in-laws, I'm buying for my cousins, I'm buying for some different people, and those are all consumption patterns that are being tapped into the larger ecosystem. Here is where the larger challenge is. Okay. Dearth of data allows you to build modeling where you know what data to look for. Dirty data pushes you to build models which are backed by an abundance of data, but you don't know how to clean it up. I believe that the intelligence that it takes and the rigor that it takes, and also the bandwidth to clean up dirty data into meaningful data for yourself, only very few organizations in India have that. Classic example is D2C brands where, you have one person who created 2 different accounts, 3 different accounts. They keep playing around with referral. They keep playing around with codes that go here and there. The fact of the matter is that for the D2C brand, it's 2 different customers. Till you don't get into the depths of it and you say, hey, it's going potentially to the same place and the names are the same and whatever it is, right? So I think data is great if it's extremely clean and it tells you the story that it needs to tell you. You have to know what story you want the data to tell you. If it doesn't pop out on its own, a lot of people won't recognize it. So you know what you're searching for. The best kind of data is when you are on the ground and you're speaking to your customers real time. Okay. The second best kind of data is when you have a bunch of customers who are repeatedly coming back to you. You call them and you ask them very specific questions. So you understand their behavior. The third and potentially an even more important set of customers are the ones who came to you, but don't come back to you anymore. Okay. So for me, those are the 3 things. So I think when organizations start to double click on these 3 or 4 data points and they build qualitative hypotheses and not quantitative hypotheses, I think that's really where the advantage is. If you're going to be only looking at the quant side of it, then you will miss what makes your consumer your potentially best friend and your worst enemy, which is the nuance and the emotion that they bring to the table. So quant doesn't tell you that. Okay. Right. Quant tells you who to look after, who to go for, and how to build that journey, which is great. Rely on quant for that. But definitely put a quali lens on top of that.